and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Amy Audibert, she is going to join us later on this hour. We will talk the Miami Heat analyst, talk a little game one with Amy, and see what she's got to say on game one victory going into game two. You can ask Amy about Draymond Green too, Leroy.
Okay, I will.
It sounds like on JFig, who was your initial arbiter, she says that Draymond Green was wrong.
Yeah,
which I didn't disagree with.
But you kind of, oh my goodness,
Bonus was also wrong.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
Right. I agree. See,
Okay.
you and me, we're on the same level here.
No, we're not.
We are.
No, we're not.
We are, though. We are.
I hate when you say that.
No, you hate that we agree.
No. I hate when you say that because normally means we don't agree, and you're trying to,
I'm not trying to be cute here with this thing.
Okay.
It's just how I feel. Yesterday, the Dolphins arrived for off-season workouts. So, man, I cannot wait to see some hype videos of players in a meeting room, dude. I just need some football,
Your body breathes contact right now, right?
Just like something that smells like football, a little to it in the weight room, something like that, I love the videos that his trainer's putting out of doing the routes with Tyreek Hill. That's good stuff, Leroy.
Yeah.
Good. Now it's in the building. What if we could get one video of a Mike McDaniel run meeting? That I would like. And Fangs too. Oh, Fangs.
You'd be amazed at how little you would understand.
I don't care. I just needs to be in the environment. I actually wouldn't be amazed by how little I understand. I've had conversations with you where I don't understand anything football you're saying, but I don't care. It smells like football, tastes like football.
All right,
You ever walk into a fancy restaurant and they tell you what the specials are? You don't know what they are, but you're somewhere fancy. Exactly.
I always know.
You don't always know, dude. Sometimes that waiter will garçon. He'll come over there and he'll.
First of all, redneck, you ain't going to no restaurant where they say garçon.
Oh, dude, garçons up the wazoo. I'm telling you, dude.
You are funny.
I'm
not Pierre Garçon.
Pierre Garçon.
Hey, I just picture the Beverly Hillbillies Part 2, and you walking into a restaurant. Me, it can't. If it's too fancy, I feel awkward too. I ain't gonna lie.
Chapo on YouTube, he says, y'all seen the video of Tyreek Hill on his YouTube page with everybody celebrating his birthday? I did not see that video. Did anybody see this Tyreek Hill birthday celebration? I did see, though. This is interesting. This Dalvin Cook smoke won't go away, dude. It won't go away, Leroy. I mean, it's all over the place. Did you see where he's he's not at Vikings OTAs. You want to know where he's at?
Florida.
Fishing with Tyreek Hill.
He's from here.
Whatever, dude. He's out in a fishing tournament.
Oh,
little hobnobbing going on the boat.
It's a whole lot of nothing.
I don't know, dude.
It's a nothing burger.
I don't think it is.
When it gets down to it, a position that Dalvin Cook plays, you're more likely to make more money staying with the team you're with.
Okay.
Than going to a new team. That's the reality of it.
Yeah, but however, they don't seem like they're going to keep him. All reports are he's not going to be a Viking by the time the draft rolls around. Okay. So then what? So I'm just supposed to ignore this. I'm supposed to just ignore that the Dolphins have inquired about him. Ignore that he'd want to play on the Dolphins. Just nothing. It just let's just dismiss everything.
No, I'm not. There you go. You go to extreme, the opposite.
I'm not going extreme.
Okay, let me explain something to you. With the two running backs you have, is Dalvin Cook an upgrade to the point where you would pay him and not take care of some other positions that you need? That's my whole point with this whole thing. But I'm not saying Tyreek Hill. I'm not saying Dalvin Cook wouldn't help the Dolphins, but bringing him in is going to be how much more substantial than the two guys you have who average damn near 5 yards a carry.
I don't disagree with your point, and I think that Mike McDaniel has been pretty transparent on that he likes his running backs. I mean, those are two guys he's very not only that fit his system, but he knows very well. He scouted Jeff Wilson. He scouted Jeff Wilson. He's obviously very tight with Raheem Mostert. That being said, Dalvin Cook has obviously had a much more productive career than both of those guys combined.
Yes. Would you rather have Saquon Barkley or Dalvin Cook? Because Saquon's not going to sign that franchise.
Yeah, but Saquon's not coming here. Like Saquon's going to want.
You say you want the star running back.
I understand, but he's not. It's like I'm talking about things that are actually possible. Like Saquon's not going to go.
I don't let him go. How you look at
the Giants are going to let Saquon go anywhere. Like Dalvin Cook is going to be gone from the Vikings by next week.
Brendan,
what? Don't first name me.
The same way you're looking at Saquon Barkley is how most people are looking at Dalvin Cook.
I don't understand how, because the Giants aren't going to let him go.
Well, he ain't signing. They're waiting to make a move soon, guarantee.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, the Dolphins were at one point the betting favorite to get Saquon Barkley. So if you're going to tickle my fancy with Saquon Barkley, yeah, I'd love to have Saquon Barkley. I just don't see it as a realistic option where the Dolphins have already made trade inquiries on Dalvin Cook. The reports are from Barry Jackson. They already talked to the Vikings about trading for Dalvin Cook. They just didn't want to pay what they didn't want to give up the draft capital the Vikings wanted, which why would you? They're going to get rid of him.
But here's I don't like when you're putting your team together, right? If you're going to bring in a guy that plays a position with guys that you have and pay them money, it has to be a clear and noticeable difference in the production that you're getting from the guys you have.
Okay, what you're saying is fine in a vacuum. I don't disagree. In a value play, the Dolphins are paying peanuts for their running backs, and they got decent production out of them. And
they need other positions.
Okay, well, a couple things. One, not every position in free agency or trades are just available willy-nilly. This guy happens to be available. The second thing that you seem to be ignoring is that the Dolphins have already tried to trade for him this offseason.
But that might have been before they re-signed the two guys they had. And once they realized that wasn't going to work, they go, no, never mind. We'll just go the same direction we've gone.
Okay, but what if never mind, but then we don't have to give up anything and trade for him? We just got to give up money. And we're going to have cap space free up in June because of Byron Jones money.
Well, who the hell's going to but wait. Why would all of a sudden you trade Dalvin Cook for nothing?
Because they can't agree. Like there's like a standoff going on there. I don't understand all the drama there, but like apparently the Vikings and them are not in a good place. His agent came out this past week and is like, they don't want. I mean, obviously it comes down to he wants a new contract, and so some of this could be fodder from the agent. So you're gonna have to pay Dalvin Cook money. I get it, but obviously the Dolphins have been interested in him.
Plus, they just paid Alexander Madison, which is crazy. The Vikings just did.
So like it's one of these things where like you can't just say, they're not going to go back to the well. Like Chris Greer, you got to get like, he clearly is looking at it saying, okay, Dalvin Cook's been a Pro Bowler 4 times, you know, guy's awesome.
I'm not disputing that. Okay. How much different, how much better is that awesome going to be over the guys that you have at a quarter of the price? See, there's first of all, they both average more yards per carry than Dalvin Cook. Now it's skewed because he gets all the carries.
Yeah.
All right. But to be clear,
and he does both. I mean, like Dalvin Cook's a skilled pass catcher as well. Like he does, you know, he I think 1,100
we need
yards.
A running back to catch passes.
What?
We don't need a running back to catch.
I'm just saying, like it skews some of his numbers too because he's also getting production in receiving.
He's at 39 catches. That's very average for a guy you say is a dual threat.
I didn't say dual threat.
Oh, he catches passes. That's an average number for a guy who plays all the plays. If you look at the upper echelon of receivers and running backs, they're like 50, 60, 70 catches. So again, I'm not trying to dismiss the interest that the Dolphins had in Dalvin Cook. But what I'm saying is, once they made this move to go cheap at running back, you can't then go back and revisit it and then say we're going to pay you.
No, you can't. But like, here's the thing is like, you do that to cover your bases. Cause like, what if he does come to an extension with the Vikings? You don't want to leave your cupboard bare. Like, obviously you go and make sure if things that aren't in your control don't go your way, you're now okay. The Dolphins have a safety net. They have their 2 guys they had last year and they cost nothing. But if all of a sudden, the Vikings aren't crazy and asking for like 2 second-round picks for Dalvin Cook, and now that they'll want a later round just so they get something for him, then okay, you're not going to have that conversation. Of course you are, if your first career.
You will definitely have the conversation, but at the end of the day, I'm going to take production, and I'm going to look at the production versus cost, and you're not going to get a substantially more production from Dalvin Cook than you did the 2 guys you have for the cheap.
We'll take a quick break. You guys can text show at 305-567-0560. Those headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Supercenter. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.